Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are having a profitable trading week. In this video, I will review Dark Gold, a fully automatic expert advisor for scalping trading. If you enjoy any part of this video, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe for more. Dark Gold is a fully automatic expert advisor available on the MQL5 marketplace for only $99. This is a bot that uses a supply and demand trading strategy that is based on the dark support resistance indicator. It currently has a 4.76 rating and about 3,000 demo downloads. As with our previous reviews, first let's take a closer look at the dark support and resistance indicator to understand how the system works. It isn't necessary to own dark support resistance for Dark Gold to function. If we look at the dark support and resistance indicator, it is programmed to identify support and resistance zones through lines and provide high level of accuracy and reliability. The recommended time frame for the indicator is the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the hourly. It currently has a 5-star rating. It is important to look at the images so that you can have a clearer understanding of how the bot identifies 4 key levels on the chart and then uses these key levels to trade from. It does have a trend and a counter trend option, meaning that if an uptrend we cross through a band, the bot will take a buy, or the opposite for a counter trend strategy. We'll take a deeper look at the two strategies and the configurations in the Dark Gold user manual. Now, I do recommend testing a bot first, then trading it on demo before using it on a real account. We also have an installation guide, a troubleshooting guide, a FAQ, and we have an MT4 version available as well. The recommended time frame is the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the hourly, and the expert advisor can go on gold, Bitcoin, Eurusd, and Gbpusd. There's also an instruction file and set files for you to test that show you the different ways that you could potentially trade dark gold. If you look at the parameters for the bot, very similar to the other dark trading bots that give us an easy way to switch between different bots in our strategy. What we'll do next is take a closer look at these specific settings in the instruction manual. At the bottom, we also have a few images of what the bot would look like while it's working. It is very important to have the right expectations when trading an expert advisor, and past performance does not guarantee future. If we look at a return of the different signals that we used for dark gold, we'll see a nice steady return. If we look at the images, the bot is designed for scalping trading when activated on the different supply and demand zones. I will be changing my strategy so that it actually trades between the different zones for dark gold. As we can see from the few images provided, the bot also comes with a trading panel to access directly on the chart. Next, we are going to our user manual and default set files that have been provided alongside the bot. Once you have downloaded the user manual and set files, you will have access and the ability to test them against the specific instruments that they were created for. Let's take a look at the Dark Gold user manual. It is important to understand how an expert advisor works before trading it in the market. Having low latency for scalping bots is very important. That is why I would recommend using a VPS. Firstly, under settings, you'll see that the money management settings are similar to other dark trading bots we have featured. It also gives you a risk option percentage. When it comes to the dark support and resistance indicator, it uses different levels that we've seen in the images, and the indicator can be purchased alongside the bot if you want. However, it isn't necessary to have the indicator to trade the bot. It does give us a trend and a counter trend option, and we can set the time frame for the dark support resistance indicator. You can download the demo version of the indicator to see what it looks like. It also gives you the option to enter your own manual support and resistance levels alongside the bot's levels. The bot also adds additional features like trading hours and trading days. However, please note, by default, grid operations don't respect trading hours or trading days. What that means is, under your grid settings, you will need to change those to enable for trading hours and trading days. Next, we have our trading direction options. Grid options do not have to respect allow buy and allow sell. So if a sell order is already placed in the market, it will open other sell orders. I will do a video explaining more grid settings in more details. However, it is important to understand that it is a cost averaging EA by design. What that means is, when the trade goes in the opposite direction, the bot will continue placing trades in that direction. Very important, the average trading stops acts on all open orders in one direction, and you'll see it visibly displayed as a yellow line. The first order for a series is placed based upon the dark support and resistance indicator. I would recommend downloading the demo version of the indicator and running it on the strategy tester to see how the bot works. Here we have an example of a buy order when price breaks through a level, and an example of a sell image. The counter trend strategy is the opposite to the previous one, where if price breaks through a resistance, we open a sell order. Instead, if it breaks through a support, we open a buy order. The bot does have a multitude of different filters and 4 types of different grid management options, including fixed, lot sum, or lot sum, and martingale. Each one of these comes with an example to give you better insight of how the grid could potentially work. One of my favorite parts of the indicator is the closure on indicator option, meaning you can set up the bot to trade between the different levels, meaning you enter a buy at level 1 and the bot closes the buy at level 4. Because of the multitude of different options and settings that Dark Gold has available, you are able to create your own strategy. It also comes with a couple of buttons that help you trade live in the market. If you open a sell or a buy trade using these buttons, the bot will use it as a grid trade. Here we have a quick picture to show you what trading could potentially look like for a set security. Next, we are going to MetaTrader 5 to start creating a set file for Dark Gold. On my MetaTrader 5, I would like to test the dark support and resistance indicator first. This will give us a better idea of how to create a strategy that could potentially be profitable. So first we are going to run a single test on the indicator on the hourly time frame that I'll be trading. So when we run it, we can actually see what the indicator looks like. As you will see, we have 4 support levels and 4 resistance zones. The idea of trading from one zone to another is what I will try to create with my set file. Meaning, for example, if we cross level 1 in a buy uptrend, it will close the trade at level 2. Firstly, on default, we're going to take a look at what the bot would perform over the last year and have a visualized look at its actual performance. To do this, we're going to stop the test for our dark support and resistance indicator, and under Overview, select Single. Under Single, I'm going to select Dark Gold Bot for the XAUUSD for the last year. Under Visual Mode, I'm going to select and set everything back to default. Once that has been completed, we will have a visual representation of what the bot would look like in the live market. So here we see dark gold starting to run, and as you can remember from the indicator, we have a few levels identified in this area. As price is starting to go into a downtrend and crosses through level 1, it takes a sell. Again, when it crosses through level 2, it takes another sell and closes another 5 pips. After 2 trades, we are up a total of $1.07. So for optimization of the bot, we can go 2 different directions. Number 1, we can use all of the levels in the grid. However, this will create a larger quantity of trades. For those of you who are interested in the less is more strategy, what I would recommend is eliminating some of the levels and only using 2 and 3 instead of all 4 of them. You can also adjust where it enters at level 1 and closes at level 4 for those of you that are swing traders. So this is on the hourly chart, and after a few days, the bot has already made $4.21 using a 0.01 lot size. What I'm going to do next is turn off the visualization mode so that we can run a complete strategy test for the last year on default settings. So there we have our first example of where the bot entered into a grid style. That means the bot will still create positions even though price is going against it. I'm going to change my strategy so that it actually uses support and resistance levels as an exit point and try and avoid that drawdown. Because of the volatility of gold, it is difficult to use an expert advisor with grid settings, and it can be very dangerous. Do expect a steep learning curve when using a new bot at the beginning, and then over time, as you get more familiarized with the bot, trading will be easier. So we're looking at a 7% return for a 16% drawdown, a profit factor of 1.42 and 100% history quality. So let's get started making some adjustments. As you can see, the settings follow the same guidelines as the other dark bots we've been trading. First, I'm going to change on my settings is the optimization of the dark support and resistance. Now the dark support and resistance indicator, I'm going to trade on a 4-hour time frame, meaning that the indicator will be running on a 4-hour in the background, and that will be our buy and sell areas. Next, under trading days, I'm going to select Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to false. Next, under allow buy and sell at the same time, I'm only going to trade in one direction at a time. Next, under our grid settings, I'm going to change the minimum distance from 10 to 15 pips. The reason for doing this is because of the volatility of gold. I would like the grid to be stagnated a little bit more. Next, very important, our closure on opposite signal. Now, for this, we'll enable closing on dark support and resistance. However, it's going to be closed by over resistance levels. I'm going to leave all 4 levels enabled, and close only in profit is false. Very important. Next, I'm going to set a separate take profit for our first order, and when the bot goes into drawdown, I decrease the profit target to 50. I'm also going to enable our percentage stop loss at 15% of the account. For those of you that use the average trailing stop, make sure to adjust it according to your spread. Now that we've made these adjustments, let's take a look at the graph. You can immediately see the different way that the expert advisor is now reacting, where it does take some small losses if price retraced to a previous level, which enables the closing on opposite signal. However, it gives a steady return over time, even taking these small losses. As you can see, because of the volatility of gold during specific market events, you will have some drawdown. We are looking at a total net profit of $361.31, or a 3.6% return with a 1.44% drawdown. The profit factor is 1.78. Now that we have the base of our set file, we can adjust our money management settings. First, I'm going to run it at a 0.5%. The reason for this is because of the high volatility of gold. Now, it is important to understand the specifications and spread of gold for your specific broker. This will have a big difference in your backtesting results compared to mine. For optimal performance, it is recommended to run the expert advisor on a low latency VPS. I would recommend looking for VPS that was specifically designed for Forex trading. Let's take a look at the results. A $1,961 return, or a 19% return for 8% drawdown. Profit factor is still 1.76. Lastly, if we were to aggressive strategy for gold, we can increase our risk percent to 1. So let's take a look at the graph. As you can see, closure on opposite signal is still enabled, which gives us those small losses. However, the return curve is showing a very high return. The idea of trading such an aggressive strategy can be very lucrative. However, it does pose its own risks. Those periods of drawdown are still frequent and happen. However, they can be managed with the correct settings. As you can see from our results, we had a $4,336 return, or a 40% return for a 14% drawdown. That means a $4,336 net profit on an initial deposit of $10,000. As you can see, the total win percentage is 66.34%, with the largest profit $531.60, and the largest loss $340. Next, I'm going to change the risk percentage back to 0.1 because I'm going to test it against other symbols on my market watch. One of the reasons why I prefer trading on MetaTrader 5 is because it gives you the opportunity to test your set file against multiple instruments. Because the set file was designed for gold, you'll see that it has the highest profit of 361, or 3%, and a 1.44% drawdown. Next, we have the pound dollar with a 2% return and a 2.66% drawdown. What this means is, if you'd like to trade dark gold on other instruments, you will need to adjust your set file accordingly. If you want me to do a set file for Bitcoin, feel free to drop it in the comments below. The pairs that I will be forward testing on the bot is gold. So most of my time spent will be optimizing it for that specific symbol. As with other bots I have tested on my channel, I will be acquiring the bot and forward testing it live in the market. I will verify the results so that you can follow along on the journey to see the performance of this $99 bot. If you enjoyed any part of this video, feel free to drop it a like. Thank you for watching. Bye.